For those of you who don't know me, I'm Chris Sexton. I'm IT Director at Sheffield University, but I'm speaking to you now as Chair of the Conference Organising Committee. So it's my job to welcome you to the UCISA16 here in sunny Manchester. I have a few housekeeping arrangements to make, which I'll get over. So there are no fire alarms planned, so if there is a fire, you should exit by the, one of the fire exits here. Follow me, because I shall also be running out there. There are water coolers outside. If you want to bring water in, please feel free to do so. Please turn your phones to silent. Don't turn them off, because we want you to tweet and whatever else you want to do. The hashtag is hash UCISA16. I'll just say a little bit about locations. All the keynotes today and tomorrow are in here. The showcases, the business showcases and the university showcases are either in here or in one of the other rooms, which are all signposted back from the main foyer. On Friday, we'll be in the main auditorium for the 4 keynotes on Friday. So I hope we've got an excellent conference agenda for you. I think it is. And I would like to thank the conference committee who work with me every year to organise it. Conference committee are Jason Bain, Matt Cook, Paul Harness, Amanda Niblett, Kath Winter, James Woodward. Sorry, James. Sue Fells from UCISA and John Lynch, who helps us with all the AV requirements. So I would like to say a big thank you to them. We do listen to your feedback every year. We have made some changes. You will notice that outside in the foyer this year, for the first time, we have a technology partner. So Samsung have arrived with lots and lots of brilliant kit. I would encourage you to go and see them. As you come up the stairs, they are behind you, mainly. So just go out into the foyer, you'll see them. They've got a flexible learning space mocked up, a student bedroom mocked up. They've got fantastic 3D viewers to play with. So please go and talk to them. The other change we've made is that we've not got printed posters this year. We thought, as we were a technology conference, we would do something technical. So we've asked for videos, and they are being displayed in a loop on 4 screens which are around the exhibition. They're almost in every corner of the exhibition. Please do go and look at them. And tonight, during the drinks reception, or you can do it before if you like, we'd like you to vote on them. So we're going to have a winner of the best video, and if you open your UCISA app, you'll see there's a tile that says video survey. Just click on that and tell us which ones you think are the best. Some of them, we're just having a little bit of trouble with the volume. We think the people who are close to the video screens are turning the volume on them down, so we're going to turn it all up and then hide the remotes. We think that's the best thing to do. So please do look at the videos, stand and watch them. They're all on a loop. Every video is on every screen, and it will come round eventually. No video is longer than 3 minutes, so it won't take you long. Just want to say a little word about the drinks reception tonight, 4:30 to 5:30. Go and look at the posters. Go and seek out the exhibitors who've paid a bit extra to provide drinks and canapes for you, so that's a bit of a competition to go and find them. And then the final thing is that tonight we've got a reception and a dinner at the Museum of Science and Industry. We haven't arranged transport. It is only a 10-minute walk away. We thought we'd be green this year and also give you all a chance to stretch your legs. There is a map in the app of the walking map to get there. If you have got mobility problems, please go and talk to the people on the desk and they'll arrange transport for you. The drinks reception is in the Power Hall, which, if any of you have been to the Museum of Science and Industry, it's fantastic. And we hope that a lot of the machines will actually be running. So if you could aim to be in the Power Hall by about 7 o'clock, that would be great. And that's it from me. All I want to do now is welcome John Cartwright, who's Chair of UCISA, who's going to say a few words on behalf of UCISA. Thank you, and enjoy the conference.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to UCISA 2016, here at the Midland Hotel in Manchester. We have an absolutely packed agenda over the next 3 days, which I hope you will find interesting, challenging, informative, but above all, enjoyable. Our annual conferences provide you with an unparalleled opportunity to meet and network with colleagues from across the HE sector and from a variety of roles and levels of responsibility. This year we have international guests from Japan, USA and South Africa, so welcome to you guys and thank you for joining us. Our conference also creates an environment for you to meet and see the equipment and systems that an extensive range of suppliers provide to our sector. It is this combination of agenda items, mix of attendees and access to suppliers and partners that makes UCISA Conference a standout event for information technology each year in our sector. From the outset, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Chris Sexton and her conference team for the effort and commitment that they have put in to organise this conference. It is their hard work that makes the event so successful, and we are indebted to them for their continued commitment in this cause. Thank you, Chris. I joined the HE sector in 2009 and have attended UCISA conferences each year since then. In that time, we have visited every corner of the UK and venues all over this country. In Harrogate, Edinburgh, Newport, Liverpool, Brighton, then back to Edinburgh, and now here in Manchester. I can honestly say that I've enjoyed every event, and I've learned an awful lot about the sector within which I work and the technologies that are relevant to it. I've also had a great time with many like-minded people who are openly prepared to share their experiences and ideas in a way that I had never experienced prior to joining the HE community. I have many positive memories from these events, and I encourage you to make the most of your time here at the 2016 conference. It certainly is a worthwhile investment of your time. Since I joined the University of Liverpool in 2009, it seems that we have been in constant environment of change. And this does not appear to be slowing down. As I have stated previously, I see change positively, because with it comes opportunity. As a discipline, or as a professional service, information technology and the teams that deal with it have an incredible opportunity to assist in managing the change that we now face. Whether this is responding to new legislation, addressing the cuts in funding that we are experiencing, or managing the impact of disruptive technologies, we are right in the middle of the change programs that our institution must implement in order to sustain their competitiveness in the future. We have an incredible opportunity, an important part to play in these programs. Over the past 6 years, there are a number of changes or developments that stand out in my mind, and there have been significant challenges in the way that they have impacted on our organisations, on our students, our staff, our researchers, and on the work that we do to support them. These include an increase in student expectation of IT-enabled provision. Our students come to our institutions with an expectation that technology will just be there for them. They expect innovation and they expect easy methods of collaboration, and this demand is unlikely to slow down anytime soon. We are seeing a significant increase in the consumerisation of IT, driven in part by the growth in mobile devices and other disruptive technologies, and also aspiring demand for connectivity to our networks to access information in its many varied forms and from many devices. We are experiencing new educational delivery models that rely more heavily than ever on technology to deliver them. This requires new online and digital learning methods and assessment techniques that will require new skills for our own teams and for the staff and students that use them. There is a clear increase in the growth of cloud computing, bringing both opportunity and risk, which again will require different skills and focus within our existing teams. And we see an unprecedented growth in the demand for information, driving the need for improved data quality and assurance. This is linked with reporting and compliance that we all face in our day-to-day business. Our IT business systems in many cases are based on very old technology that was implemented more than 10 years ago in some cases. Technology that does not easily provide the level of information and in the format and quality that is now required. Those systems were never designed for today's environment, and we are constantly tweaking them to get more out of them. We have, however, in my opinion, reached a point where many of us face significant upgrade programs in the very near future for these systems if they are to deliver against the expectation of our institutions. We are seeing the need for a change in our organisational IT maturity. Information technology occupies a very different space today than it has previously, and can be a clear differentiator if used effectively. To do this, our institutions must become digitally mature, and we must ensure our organisations have the culture and the digital literacies necessary to take full advantage of the new digital future. There are many more factors that I could mention here, but I want to move on now and look more closely at UCISA and how it has developed and evolved over recent years to support our sector through this period of change, and how it has achieved this in a very effective way. You will hopefully be aware that over the past few years, UCISA has developed its structure and changed its legal entity, with UCISA as a charitable company limited by guarantee formally operating since the 1st of January this year. I suppose this is the end of the beginning and reflects a significant amount of hard work undertaken by members of your executive to put UCISA on an appropriate legal footing that will allow it to continue supporting the HE sector for the next 20 years. I would like to acknowledge that hard work put in by Peter Tinson, Richard Murphy, Colin Addy, Heidi Fraser-Krauss, Dean Phillips, Dave Telford, Adrian Ellison and many other members of the executive in reaching this significant milestone for our organisation. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies. The work to restructure UCISA started in York in 2013, when we challenged ourselves and asked the question, what should UCISA look like in the future so that it can continue to deliver high-quality resources and services to its members? In part, we have already started to answer that question with the development of new resources and support for our members. But we will have to continue to evolve as the environment around us changes and we are faced with new challenges. The fundamental aims of UCISA are to identify and disseminate best practice in the promotion and use of information systems, services and technologies in UK HE and FE, and to inform and support policy-making processes at international, national and institutional level. Both of these aims are already being recognised with many great examples of the support, resources and influence that UCISA makes today being very evident. And these include events such as our conference today and many other events that occur throughout the year, facilitating communities of practice to allow the issues of common interest to be discussed either face-to-face or online. We respond to consultations that are relevant to issues affecting our members and to the sector in general by interacting with government, departments, funding councils and statutory bodies. We create collaboration with other organisations to promote and deliver against our key aims and our charitable object. This includes organisations such as JISC, RUGIT, SCONNEL, RL UK and BuffDog, to name but a few. Positive and strong relationships with these organisations is essential if we are to create a tangible benefit for the future. These are just a few examples of the work that UCISA undertakes on behalf of its members. And I emphasise here the word members. We are a membership organisation, and without the direct involvement of our members, that's you, supported by excellent work undertaken by our core HQ team, we would not be in the positive position that we are today. I applaud the hard work that has created this position, and I would urge you to engage with UCISA in the future. I mentioned earlier our supplier exhibition, which is open for you to visit throughout the conference. Please support the generosity of our suppliers by visiting them in the exhibition hall. It is their generous sponsorship that makes it possible for us to put on events such as this, and a meeting with one of them during the conference may provide the answer to a current issue you are facing back in the office. Our thanks this year go to all our sponsors for UCISA 2016. Your continued support for our events is very much, and for our members is very much appreciated. Here you'll see some of the names. Please do take the opportunity to visit these suppliers in the exhibition area. UCISA 2016 is my last as chairman, well, at least for the time being, and I will be standing down at our AGM on Thursday. There are still some exec committee positions open, and I would encourage you to seriously consider the opportunity that these could bring for your own development and that of your department and your institution. If you are interested in considering one of these roles, please see one of the current executive and we'll explain the sort of responsibilities and roles that are available. At my first UCISA conference in Harrogate, I was struck by the passion of the members of UCISA, and I joined the executive in the following year. I have thoroughly enjoyed my involvement with UCISA and intend to continue it in some form in the future. Thank you to all my sector colleagues for your support over the past 5 years as committee member and the past 3.5 years as chairman. It is very much appreciated. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.